Minister. So great to see you.
Welcome.
I met Minister Quero in Lima ahead of the APEC leaders meeting this week.
Thank you very much.
Clearly, your job here is so important. They always say that the children are our future. For you, they're the present, they're the now. And poverty alleviation and education kind of dovetail together. Can you talk to me about your efforts there and how education is playing a role in poverty alleviation in Peru?
Yes, we are very committed in education at this moment in Peru, because we are building new schools, bicentennial schools. We call like that. It's a new model. We invite the private sector to be more committed in order to help the Peruvian and the national education. We work with the civil society. We are working with the union of the teachers. We are working with the community of the family all around, with the government of regions, the subnational government, with the Congress also. And we signed this social pact of education. And that's the best way in order to include innovation, technology, infrastructure. We are invest now this year and the next year $1,500,000 in these new schools with this new model of pedagogy. And we are working with all the actors in order to be agree and to work together for the kids, for the childhood.
It's so interesting because back in the good old days when I was going to school, it was like reading, writing, arithmetic. And now it's changed so much because innovation is key, technology is key. How do you incorporate that to make sure that your students are kind of competing at a high level when they grow up, because that's the way it is across the world?
Yes, we received a report from the OCDE, and we have good results. For example, only 20% of our students don't close the elementary school. It were 30% 10 years ago. So 10% less, that's very important data. And of course, we have now more female students in the universitarian system. We have 53% of females studying at the university. So that's important for Peru. We are working very hard to improve this new in technology also, because we have connectivity in all the country. In 80% of the country has connectivity. That's very important. Maybe it's very hard to connect people in Amazonian area. So we are working with different enterprise to put this connectivity and help the people for this educational work.
Speaking of that, indigenous peoples also creates a different kind of dynamic. Does that require different sorts of thinking to try and make sure that you target that in a specific way?
Yes. Almost we have 54 different original people with a special language, their own language. And we have all the educational material in online and in books also. And we have 42 different languages that we learn to the students of these communities. So it's very important, a big effort to the Minister of the Education. And of course, we have also the English, a phonetic English that we deliver to 1 million students in the little babies in kindergarten, and they are learning English like a little window with the world, the rest of the world who are speaking English always.
What about you? When did you first get the education bug and think, this is something I want to do with my life?
Yes, I studied in French school here in Peru. After that, I was formed in France as scientist, political scientist. And after that, I had a good experience in Mexico as a researcher. I finished my PhD in Mexico at the UNAM University about other topics in Mexican history and politics also. I visit many times US, so I was in contact on touch every month with other universities in US. So we work all together in different topics, but always about Latin American politics, and in order to understand what happened in our politics. So that's the reason that I have this vision about different subjects and matters, and that's the reason that I like to be in contact with different perspectives and lectures and works about education.
Learning for the students, APEC. What about the APEC officials coming here? What they can learn from Peru, the exchange of ideas, that's clearly an important feature of bringing world leaders together. What do you hope to accomplish there?
This is a very important challenge for us, because it's not so near to visit China, for example, or to visit Korea or Japan. Is so far away. But at the same time, with this moment, with this big encounter here in Lima, we can be more in touch. We can discover the other cultures. So in TV, for example, in TV Peru, with the Minister of Culture, we are working in different programs or TV moments that explain what happened in all these economies, in all these countries. So we need to be closer and friends, and to be confident with other cultures. So this is the great opportunity to open our heart and our arms to receive all our new friends.
It's interesting. Last year, of course, President Xi and President Biden met on the sidelines. I think what's so interesting about these gatherings is a lot can happen there, a lot can happen on the sidelines. Can you give me a sense of what the expectation level is here, would you say?
I think it's possible to understand this summit in the order of the peace. A new war is becoming, and we can build the peace in other ways, maybe with the commerce, with the contact with between the countries that we are the partners in APEC, and that's very important. So the symbol is the peace.
Let me ask one final question. This little girl, 10, 15, 20 years from now, she'll be an adult, she'll be out there in the workforce. We'll be older, but you'll be able to look back at your legacy during this period of time. What would you like it to be?
Well, I think that the big challenge in education is to improve the dreams, make true or make reals. So we are helping our students to build the future, to build a hope in order to make a better world. That's the reason that we're working here, and that's my job for the future also.
Mr. Quero, the igniter of dreams, the minister of hope, I'll call you. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Mike. It's an honor.